Hi all! In this video I will explain the rules of the cards game Castle Combo as easy and as quickly as possible. So let's go! Castle Combo is played with 78 cards for two locations: the castle with a silver background and the village with a beige background, so 39 cards each. The goal is to get as many victory points as possible on a 3x3 grid of 9 cards, like those two for example. We start the game with 3 cards for each row revealed. This little guy, the messenger, is placed next to the village row. Each player starts the game with 15 coins and 2 keys. To understand what we need to do to score points, we need to take a look at the cards. In the top left corner, you find its price in gold that you need to pay from your supply. In the top right, there are either 1 or 2 shields of either 1 or 2 colors. There are 6 colors in the game in total: blue, purple and green that mainly appear in the top row, or the castle, and red, orange and yellow, which more often appear in the village. But they can appear on other rows as well, as you see here. Now for a very important concept. Each card has 2 functions. The upper one happens immediately, while the lower one on the white scroll is your end scoring. One important detail on the left. The little triangle means that at the end of your turn you have to move the messenger to the other row. I mentioned 2 keys you get at the beginning of the game. Those have 2 functions. You can either use them to move the messenger to the other row, or to swap all 3 cards in the row for new ones. That's a big or. You can't do both. It's strictly only 1 key per turn. You can get more keys during the game, and they score 1 endpoint. Deciding whether to use a key or not is always your first action, but it is entirely optional. Your second move is to buy a card. You need to be able to pay for the card completely, even if it gives you gold back later. Cards get cheaper if you have discount cards, like this architect here. They stay active for the rest of the game, and they add up, so you can get higher discounts for buying cards later. After you paid for the card, you place it in front of you. The placement of the first card does not matter, as you don't need yet to decide where it will end up in your grid later. If you buy other cards in the following 8 rounds, you always need to place them next to the side of an existing card. After you did that, you check the immediate ability of the card, the top one. The card you just bought always counts for itself, as it is now in your grid. Complete the action, for example taking coins or keys, and think about the messenger that you still might need to move. And keep in mind that the discounts don't work for themselves, as they were not yet in your grid when you paid for the card. One exception. If you can't buy a card or don't want to, you can always take a card face down and put it in your grid. It gives you 6 gold and 2 keys immediately, but scores 0 points in the end. And that's it. You each do this 9 times, and then you count your end scores from the white scrolls on the bottom of the cards. And don't forget your remaining keys. Money only works as a tiebreaker. But there are some symbols that might require some further explanation. This one means you get to discard a card from the row shown and get the effect. The money purse. This means that at the end of your game, you can take leftover money from your supply and put it on this card up to a maximum of the number stated in black. This symbol here means you need sets of the respective thing, like different colors, same colors, village cards, etc. You always see it on the card. The arrows always refer to an entire row and/or column, not just to the card next to it. And remember to count the shields on the card itself. Here you score if you have at least 1 card face down in your grid. And this one just gives you the possible positions the card has to be in to score. In this example, the woodcutter had been played on the right-hand column, and thus scores. If you still feel lost about what a certain card does, the mouse over explains it in detail. And if you own the physical version of the game, there is an added card with all the symbol explanations. That was quick, wasn't it? I still hope I managed to explain every aspect of the game. Now have fun playing Castle Combo, and see you in the next video.